We back. I think I accidentally skipped the line starting the recording. My bad. I actually took a break, so it's been a little bit since the last episode, because one of my friends wanted to play. But we back, putting back on the timer. This time I'm not going to put a sound on it, just because that's annoying. Set. Start. Okay, but how is any of that supposed to help me get a job? I only downloaded this app because my roomie claims you're a great life coach for the unemployed. What good will taking the quiz off the back of a supermarket checkout rack magazine do with that? Why, it'll help me understand your spirit, of course. You can talk to ghosts? Is there a ghost in the room right now? Am I a ghost? You have to tell me if I'm a ghost. That's the rule. No, silly. I mean your spirit, your hopes and dreams, your life's passion. I can even help you find romance. Romance? Seriously? Seriously. Often you can find your soulmate and your dream job in the same place. But if you'd rather focus on gainful employment for now, that's fine too. Workplace dating, well, that's a recipe for disaster. And hitting on coworkers right from day one can be kinda awkward. Or am I looking for love and ready to start right out of the gate? Never get a second chance to make a first impression. If I meet the right person, why put it off? How do I want to handle this new opportunity? Sure, I'm open to the possibility. If I meet anyone nice, let's stay focused. I'll play it cool on day one at least. Romance without flirty. I'm just not interested in romance. Okay, we'll go with this one. I don't want to come off too strong. Right now, I'd rather focus on finding a career. Any sweet loving can come later if I feel like it. That's fine. I'm sure as you get to know people better, romance will eventually bloom. Or not, it's up to you, really. Now let's get started. To finish in analyzing your personal history, please authorize me to read your social media feeds and personal information metadata. I knew it! This is some kind of scam. I'm going to wake up in a bathtub of ice and missing a kidney. Sure, I can help you register as an organ donor. Oh, you were being sarcastic. Sorry, I haven't quite finished analyzing your personality. I couldn't tell. Relax, I won't share your information with any third parties. This is strictly so I can find your dream job. And am I authorized? Another wonderful Juniper recommendation here, just like the 17 self-help books on my shelf. Still, 18th times the charm, right? Yeah, go ahead. Analyzing. Please enjoy this recorded music. So, do I just stand here, or... Thank you for waiting. I've identified your dream job and arranged an interview 30 minutes from now. Please put on some nice clothes, nicer than those. Please, I don't think that's too much to ask. What? For your interview, silly, you want to look your best. But how did you land my dream job in 20 seconds flat? Simple, I'm awesome like that. Now get a move on. Tut, you need to catch the 8:20 bus. And that's 9 minutes away. Well, this is happening, but I do have a chance to get off this runaway train. Nobody says I have to obey my new digital fairy godmother. I could delete the app and go find a real job. That'd be the safest option I could. I'll go along with it. I got nothing better to do. A normal person, someone with high standards, would have deleted the app right there rather than hop a bus to meet up with what very likely men with sharp knives and a taste for kidneys. But me? I was already getting dressed before she'd finished that sentence. It's not that I believe the silly app's claims at serving my hopes and dreams on a silver platter. Honestly, I expected another shoe salesman job at best. But, well, it'd be worth a laugh at the very least. I choose to trust in the science. What is my dream anyway? What the hell? Let's do this. Like I always say, go with the flow. Juniper's right. I need to get my life in gear. So what's the harm in diving into something this wacky? Okay, there could be a lot of harm, granted, but the alternative is to mope around our apartment for weeks, then, egads, go get a job anyway. So I thought, screw it. I'm in on this runaway train. Let's see how far it goes. And as I came to realize weeks later, turns out that was the best impulsive decision I've ever made. Really? I hope so. Let's read the signs here. Law office, a Smith Johnson attorney at law. Whole story. Funplex. Wub sub. Boring clothing store. Delightfully dull. Loan office. Pengy barbershop. The bus drops me off, oddly enough, not very far from Juniper's office building, although my destination isn't nearly as upscale as that. This is, well, it's a strip mall. Strip malls are relics of 19 places where a random assortment of weird little businesses jam as many of themselves into as tight of a space as possible. For instance, I'm seeing a dentist, a used bookstore called The Whole Story, an arcade, a fast food joint, and a boarded up health spa once called Lattes and Enemas, which sounds, oh, I love that. What do you think? I think that's two things no human being should ever combine. No, I mean about your future place of work. I'm desperately hoping we're not talking about the same thing. Which one of these businesses exactly am I working at? I don't know anything about oral hygiene or old books, and I'd rather not be a fry cook. The one in the middle, silly. The barber shop? What, behind the arcade? Oh, yeah, that makes sense. It is the arcade. Yo, that's dope, though. I would love to work in an arcade. Huh. Trust me on this. I reference and cross-reference and cross-reference your personality details, personal history, and social media connections. This is your dream job. My dream job. Really. Accuracy, yes. I should probably explain my confusion. Arcades are big business. It's a business in the entertainment sector. Pro gamers are celebs. 5-star arcades are social hotspots. It's always been popular with the mainstream. But, well, restaurants are popular too, right? And for everybody who opens one, hoping to be the next Iron Chef, a dozen more shut down in failure. Arcade competition is fierce. Paydays range from peanuts to gold. And sure, those who make it can secure fame and fortune. But those who don't, well, no wonder Iris sees this as a dream job. Video games weren't always this popular, though. I read an interesting article about it once. Back in the year 1980, we narrowly avoided a serious industry crash, which would have left video games as a kid's toy fad like hula hoops. No mainstream acceptance. For instance, one of the factors could have been a terrible game based on a kid's movie about a cute alien visitor who wanted to phone home. Oh, it's E.T. Phones Home. That's an awful game. This game was a complete poop butts. Wait, are they saying this is like an alternate universe where it was good? If this game was complete poop butts, like poop from a butt, and massively overproduced, it'd ruin video. So, that's actually hilarious. It ruined video games for years. Fortunately, cooler heads prevailed. That game was delayed until it could be developed properly, and the crash was averted. Whoa. This crisis only exists in theory now. I love that. That's actually amazing. Sometimes I wonder what it'd be like for people in the darkest timelines where everything went wrong. Are gamers considered nerds and outcasts? Yeah. Are arcades vanishing points of nostalgia? Yeah. But I feel like it's pretty mainstream now. The mind boggles. But make no mistake, as popular as they are, the arcade industry is a dodgy, risky prospect for a job. Plenty make a run at it, only to come up short. Considering Iris was tasked with getting me a job I'd enjoy and could keep for more than a few months, this left me a bit confused. Iris, this isn't me saying no, it's an interesting prospect, but, I mean, are you sure about this? You say you're 99% sure. Sure. Won't this be like my lifeguard job, though? Satisfying but short-lived? This arcade doesn't exactly look like a 5-star. It's no Deco's Palace, that's for sure. And to be perfectly honest, I haven't set foot inside an arcade in 15 years. I wonder how old the main character is. Because for me, I would have been 4, 5. Huh. I remember really enjoying arcades when I was a kid. I wonder why I stopped going to them. Iris interrupts that thought, eager to show off her homework. Trust me, when I said I was 99.97% sure, I meant it. That's not some arbitrary number. I'm designed to be a bit silly and whimsical, but my math is deadly serious. My coders made me to be the warm, personal friend of a database array that's currently laser targeted on getting you exactly what you need right here, right now. And when this place inevitably collapses and I lose my dream job, what makes you think that's going to happen? Because it does. It always does. I don't think your database accounts for my family curse. We've always had to, compromise, settle, because things rarely work out. You always have to be ready for the worst. It's why I take things in stride these days. Does that mean you shouldn't even try? I open my mouth to protest and then close it. As often as my life tends to crumble out from under me, it's not like she was wrong. I still had to try. I mean, what the hell? Why not? Buy the ticket, take the ride. That's what I told myself when I walked out the door this morning, wasn't it? No matter how risky, I owed it to myself to jump in with both feet. And when it all came crashing down, well, I'd recover before I'd recover again. Meanwhile, may as well take the opportunity in front of me. So I opted to push on through those doors and see what waited for me on the other side. We got some DDR here. Something of discomfort. Snack Runner. Castle Crunch. Fast Charge 5. Timed shooters? The air conditioning hits me like a cool breeze, albeit one smelling of copper and corn chips. As it's early in the morning on a weekday, it's not too packed with gamers. Although it's so packed with games, I'd probably have a hard time finding anyone anyway. And once, I'm struck by something odd. I actually recognize most of these games. Neat! Considering I haven't walked into an arcade in over a decade, that's probably not great. Lots of vintage stuff here from the looks of it, like really old. Although I don't recognize that game with the stage lights and things. Maybe it's karaoke? Or dancing? A Japanese import? Is this new in this universe? Oh my god. Checking, that would be a Showtime stage, a collaboration of Nihana NV Industry Concern and Hubris Records in Germany. It's won a lot of awards. Huh. I recognize most of these, whoa, is that seriously a Mr. Moopy's Magic Maze? Oh my god, Pac-Man. But the one in the middle with the split screens is new to me. Fist of Discomfort, a hybrid real-time strategy and brawler beat-em-up. It's actually not that new. It's been the staple of the esports scene for the last 8 years. Is this supposed to be like Punch-Out? 2 genres I was utterly lousy at last time I checked. And over here is an old lady. Sorry ma'am, I was just talking to myself and had an overwhelming urge to complete my sentences. Thankfully, I don't think she even registered me calling her old. She looks up from her knitting seated behind the ticket prize redemption desk and offers a wrinkly smile. Well, hello there. Always nice to meet someone new in the Funplex. The what? Francine's Arcade Funplex. Didn't you see the sign up front, dear? Well, I chose to knock off the first 2 words when they got knocked off the building during the storm of 1980. Now it's just the Funplex, I suppose, so how can I help you, dear? A Funplex is that way you use a plex of clown. A genie in my phone set up a job interview for me. Yeah, I'll literally be honest. A magical space fairy or something that lives in my phone told me to come here to find my dream job. Hello, I'm a magical space fairy, apparently. I have expected her to send me packing. Pretty impulsive of me to just talk about Iris like that, but she took it in stride. Oh, hello, my, what they can do with technology these days. I really do marvel at what amazing things young people have in 2020. Although I'd simply love to take a sledgehammer to those blasted video game consoles that eat at my bottom line, she said with such a kind-hearted and warm smile. Please, call me Francine, as in Francine's Arcade Funplex, get it? Actually, thinking about it, I suppose we were originally Frederick's Arcade Funplex, named after my dear departed husband. Sadly, he died peacefully in bed some years ago. I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, don't be. He died doing what he loved, having intensely physical relations with me. That's information I needed to know, yes. And you are? Z-Storm, ma'am. Very well, shall we retire to the office to conduct your interview? I'd carry on out here, but it's rather noisy, isn't it? Yeah, about that. How do you deal with the constant noise anyways? Oh, eventually you just sort of learn how to filter out all the beeps and the boops. It could take weeks to become acclimated, I found, but in the end, done. She quirks an eyebrow. Well, now that's faster than the others. Not bad. Oh, sorry. I didn't do her voice. Even though the voice is not even that good. So shall we see what you're made of? This way, please. And we're gonna end it here. Thanks for watching if you did. And I'll see you next time. Bye.